Hey guys. So 2020 is finally coming to an end and I think we're all looking forward to next year. There's so much going on in real life that I could talk about, but since this is a StarStable channel, we're gonna talk about possible new updates in 2021. This year StarStable has improved so much, and even if there were some updates that were a little more controversial, I think most updates were great. Now before we get into the video, I just want to say these are my ideas for StarStable. If you disagree, you're simply wrong. I'm sorry. No, but seriously, maybe someone from the SSO team is watching this video and maybe they'll also take a look in the comment section, so if you have any ideas or wishes, write them in the comments. Also please subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, now let's get into the video. As of right now, there is no way to position the camera somewhere and film yourself from another angle, unless another player films you. The camera moves along with your character. It would be great if you could just set up a camera somewhere to film from different angles. If you don't know what I mean, here's an example from Animal Crossing. See how the camera doesn't move with the character? It stays in one spot. This would help so many movie creators and editors in the community. It's basically a more advanced photo mode, and in my opinion it would make StarStable a lot more interesting. This feature would be perfect if they also added a button to capture videos, since you can only record with recording programs at the moment. So, StarStable actually published a post on their website talking about some of their plans for 2021. These plans include a rework of the current racing system in StarStable. I'm very excited to see this update, but I still wanted to mention it here and explain what they could fix. Imagine you join StarStable today and you're level 1. There's no possible way for you to get to level 21 or 22 with all the quest XP in the game, because you're missing the horse market XP and the XP you get from holiday events. So if you do a high score race and it's basically flawless, you're still not going to be number 1 on the leaderboard if someone with a higher level does the same race as you, and you'll never be able to overtake them because of the missing character XP. Same goes for championships. Championships are a little bit better though, because you get put in a group with people on a similar level as you. There are different ways to fix this, and I'm not sure what StarStable has in mind. But I like to compare StarStable to Alicia Online. In Alicia, you can race against people who are level 50 as a level 10 and still win, because it's about your skill, not about your level. StarStable is obviously not going to copy Alicia Online, and I'm not saying they should. I'm saying they should make a racing system where character level is not as important as skill. Anyways, I could make a whole different video about this topic. Let's just jump right to my next wish. Again, StarStable mentioned this in their post regarding the updates for next year. Personally, I'm not in a riding club because I don't really have time for one, but I know a lot of other people would like to have more things to do in a riding club. Sometimes it's hard to find a good riding club because there's no list in the game, so maybe that would help players who want to advertise for clubs and players who are looking for one. It would also be nice to see advantages of being in a club, for example clubs races or championships, especially for clubs to race against each other. As I said, I'm not in a riding club, so if you're in one, feel free to comment your suggestions. When new updates are released, especially when the update is new horses, it's always very crowded and you can barely see the horse. Ignoring everyone is quite annoying, and there's always more people coming, so I think it would be great to have an ignore all button, or at least ignore everyone in my area. It also bothers me that you can't unignore everyone with one button and you have to click every single player name. I've said this many times and I will say it again, they need to separate the mane and tail styles for horses. I don't understand why they still haven't done that, because it would also mean more people would buy star coins to change the hair. The braids would look good on every horse, but the worm tail just ruins it for me. Even if they would only add this feature to the newer horses, I'd be thankful. Please, StarStable. In my opinion, StarStable is quite close to their community. They interact with us in many different ways, and they even mentioned SSOCon and the Winter Ball this year, which were events hosted by the community. I think it would be nice if StarStable themselves hosted a big event where players could come together, maybe a huge championship for players all around the world or something. To be honest, I don't think they'll ever do something like this, but who knows. Even if there's a lot to do in StarStable, I still find myself bored because I'm a competitive player and the only thing I can really do is racing and championships. These get boring after doing them over and over again, and I'd really like to see more competitive games, even if they're just small mini games like football with horses or maybe swimming races, and just more activities in general. Obviously we're going to get to see more horses in 2021, and StarStable even teased one of them, calling them another favorite frontier breed, so if you're a fan of Western riding, stay excited. If you know anything about me, it's that I love Icelandic horses, so I'd personally love to see them getting an update next year. What horses would you like to see? I like how StarStable gives some breeds a special dressage move, but I'd like to see more things to do with these animations. I'm talking about dressage competitions or races. It's just weird playing a horse game and not having one of the biggest equestrian disciplines. Obviously it would take ages to animate dressage moves on every horse, but we have a race you can only do with an Icelandic, so why not make a race specifically for Frisians or Andalusians? No matter how many new areas get released, everyone still hangs out at Steve's farm. And even though it feels nostalgic, I think it deserves an update. I drew a quick sketch of how it could look like. It's not much different than it is now, because I don't think it should change completely. Silverglade deserves a remake as well. I'm really curious to see how this would look like updated. Now, I didn't want to make this its own point because StarStable is already working on it, but I wanted to at least mention it. I think we can all agree that our crusty characters need an update, and they said it will happen in 2021. I'm sure StarStable will do a great job on them, and I really can't wait for this update. Anyways, that's all for this year. Let me know what updates you'd like to see in StarStable, and if you agree or disagree with the things I listed in this video. Bye.